And just like that, we're down to the final 4 teams heading into the NFL Conference Championships this weekend.
And for more to highlight the 2 games, we are joined by TSN BarDown's Eric Kirk. So, Eric, going to start with this. The Philadelphia Eagles set to face the San Francisco 49ers. I got to say this. Jalen Hurts, Roll Tide. I'm from Alabama. And then the 49ers, look, I still have my 415 number from when I lived in San Francisco. I'm torn.
That's a split decision, and that's kind of what this game's going to be to me, I think. You look at both teams, and there's not a lot of weaknesses on either side of the ball for either team. This 49ers defense is unbelievable, led by Nick Bosa, who led the league in sacks this year. Well, he's kind of a one-man wrecking crew. You look at the Philadelphia Eagles, who were kind of a sack-by-committee team, and they had 4 players over 10 sacks. So this game could fully come down to which defense is rolling more. I know NFL fans will love to see points scored, and they want to see Jalen Hurts get the ball into his receiver's hands. They want to see Brock Purdy continue to show that he's that guy. But I don't know if it's going to happen with these 2 defenses on both sides of the ball. We could be in for a very low-scoring, very fun defensive game.
Yeah, absolutely. And, you mentioned Brock Purdy. He's no longer Mr. Irrelevant, is he? Because he's doing really well. So that's kind of the surprise there. Turning to the other side, okay, the Bengals advanced to their 2nd straight AFC Championship game. I mean, look, in the Super Bowl last year, they lost to the LA Rams. We know that Joe Burrow got sacked. But how do you think their chances are beating Kansas City? We know that, Patrick Mahomes, is he still suffering from that injury on his was it his ankle? Yeah,
high ankle sprain for Patrick Mahomes. He didn't miss a practice, which was surprising to me. He went out and saw if he was able to run, and he looked like he was moving around pretty well. On the other side, the Cincinnati Bengals and Joe Burrow have never lost to the Kansas City Chiefs since Joe Burrow has been their quarterback, 3-0 against them. So they're going into Arrowhead, which the Bengals players are now calling Burrowhead, which I don't know if poking the bear is a good idea, because the Chiefs, they've been here before. They've been to 5 straight AFC Conference Championships games. This is basically their home. And unfortunately for fans of any other AFC team, we might be looking at a new Brady Manning matchup here with the Bengals and the Chiefs. This could happen year after year after year after year. These 2 guys just slugging it out to see who can make it to the Super Bowl. So really, this one's a coin toss to me again. Both teams, I think we're going to see them not just this year, probably not just next year, but as long as these 2 teams can keep competitive course around their unbelievable quarterbacks, we're in for great matchups for a long time.
Eric, right before we leave, I do have to ask you about this again. I mean, Mahomes, his QB skills it's like the new era of the QB. Not only do you have to be able to throw, but also run the ball and score it. What do you think is going to happen, especially, going back to that ankle injury that Jen just mentioned?
Yeah, and part of the reason why Mahomes is such a good quarterback is his ability to extend plays and get out of the pocket and keep the play alive while his receivers are trying to get open. So with that ankle injury, how well is he really going to be able to do that? Is he going to be able to run away from the pass rush that the Bengals are surely going to be sending, knowing that he's hurting? That's up to the training staff and how well his ankle kind of recovers from this, because a high ankle sprain for any other position on a football field is virtually season-ending.
Yeah, well, I don't know who you're cheering for, Eric, but my son, Brendan, is a huge fan of Jamar Chase. And, they just need to up their offense this season, and I hope they can win the Super Bowl this time. That's TSN BarDown's Eric Kirk. Always appreciate your time. Have a good weekend.
Thank you. You too.